Oh, yeah.
Like ribs?
Oh, yeah.
I like your bed.
Thank you.
Oh, look at my hand, how awkward that is. Oh,
You don't, but don't,
okay, it was awkward.
you
I
just
forgot.
reach over, right?
Well, that was my first turn and I forgot I didn't have the top.
She has a normal car, so
She has a normal ice car. I got you. All right, well, listen, you guys enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday. And thank you for being on an episode of Out of Spec Dave. All right?
see ya.
All right. Hello. Kathy didn't make it to Florida, the beach. We had to go north. You got a beach. Hello and welcome to another episode of Out of Spec, where today we're going to be taking our first legitimate road trip in the new Tesla, or at least new to us, Tesla Model S 2021. This is the refresh model, the one with the yoke. And we're going to be, I got Bailey out here for a quick walk. And today's going to be fun because we're going to drive from Connecticut and we're going to go up to LL Bean in Freeport, Maine. And we're going to be staying overnight in Wells and going to the Algonquin Playhouse where the Carole King show is playing, which should be awesome. But more importantly than all of that, today's going to be the first day that Kathy, my wife, Out of Spec Mom, actually drives the new Tesla with the yoke for the first time. So stick around, folks. This is definitely going to be a fun one. And welcome to another episode of Out of Spec Dave. All right, so we're starting our road trip. It's going to be rainy here in Connecticut, Kathy.
Listen, nothing gets by you.
Well, I mean, and what would an out of spec? It is raining. You're right. I charged up, like I was saying, up to 100% last night, and there's no regen in this car right now. It's kind of, it feels like you know, like an ice car when you give it the gas and you just come off and you glide. It's a little disconcerting, but I wanted to see what kind of range we could get. Now, it's 285 miles, I think, approximately, up to Freeport, Maine. So we're not even going to have to charge. So this is going to be an interesting road trip because we don't even have to charge from here all the way to Freeport, Maine, which is north of Portland.
Well,
right?
that's going to be a nice experience.
Yeah. So this is going to be a really interesting, but I kind of want to charge because I want to test out the charging at the same time. So
I'm sure at some point we will.
No, we definitely will.
I just want to say that I think it's funny when you say the goal of today's road trip is, that wasn't my goal. Remember this weekend, I was supposed to be in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But sadly, because of the hurricane,
I know.
That didn't happen. And so we switched gears and I said, hey, I'll go up north and let's go look at some foliage.
Well, that's I know. And I feel bad you were not able to go down to
I
Florida.
feel bad for the people who were down there during the storm.
I totally feel bad.
That's,
we're fortunate though, our condo fared extremely well on Marco, and our particular unit didn't even get damp. Right.
And the things that did happen, that little flooding here and there in the garage and the club room, they're going to get all that.
But
fixed.
you know, the people that are, I mean, we've got
power.
Massive devastation in Fort Myers and Naples.
All of Southwest Florida.
It's crazy.
And then even inland. I mean, look what happened over by Orlando and all of that.
So
it was a very, very powerful storm.
So I think that what we need to do is think about everyone who's going through and suffering, you know, the losses, wishing them well.
We understand.
So feel terrible. Our hearts go out to everyone. But in the meantime, since you're home, I said, hey, you know, why don't we get away, right? So that's what we're going to do. And one of the interesting things that I'm pretty sure you agreed to do is you're going to be driving this car for the first time. Aren't you?
Oh my God.
Why is that funny?
David.
What?
I did not agree. I did not agree. I said I would think about it.
Kathy, what is the big deal? You get in the car.
You have half a steering wheel.
That's
half a steering wheel.
First of all, it's not a steering wheel. It's a yoke.
By the way, did you see the TikTok I sent you last night with the pilot? And he had that steering wheel.
So what are you doing a little research? Is that what you're saying? You were.
It was just sort of interesting.
You were doing research.
I thought Tesla was so original, but they stole it right out of the cockpit of an airplane.
Well, no, honey, everyone knows about the yoke. It's not like they've invented it. out of, F1 cars, out of what? Why? Because
Yeah, because I know all about those F1 cars.
you do.
No.
Oh, well, look. The thing about this is, you get in the car. Here's what you do.
I've got in the car.
You get in the car.
Here I am. I'm in the car.
Okay.
In the passenger.
You're in the
seat.
wrong seat, though. That's the problem.
You want me to drive all the way to Maine?
Not all the
You
way.
don't even like when I drive for 30 minutes.
Not all the way. Just if I get tired.
You won't get tired. You drive all the way from Florida to Connecticut. You don't get tired. Remember? Let's review.
Yeah, I mean
Let's
that.
review. He doesn't get tired.
Well, I mean, so when I get tired, I pull over and I stop. And if Bailey could drive, I would let her drive. She's coming with us on this trip.
She was very anxious to hop in the car
Oh
with
man!
us this morning.
As soon as she heard road trip, she was like, "Yeah! What a Connor! She is a true Connor." All right, so what's on the agenda today? When you heard Maine, you
I
thought
said LLB.
LL Bean. Now there are probably
Just because
30.
we have to take that picture again by the big booth.
Okay, but there are probably 30 LL Beans between here and Freeport, Maine. You know that.
Yes, I know that.
But you want
Freeport Maine has the flagship store.
right, and that it is open 24 hours.
It's an experience.
So should we go there at like 2 in the morning?
We should drive directly there, which is more north than where we're going.
That is true.
And then we'll head back to where we're staying, and we'll go see that nice show tonight.
Years ago, I took our Jack Russell Sophie on a trip to Maine. Just she and I, road trip, and I fed her lobster at one of those
She
little,
loved it.
one of those picnic table roadside places.
Yeah.
Did I say lobster? I meant to say lobster. So I fed her lobster, and she loved it. So Miss Bailey has actually never tasted lobster before, and
I don't know about that.
no, she hasn't.
No.
There's a little bumpy road here on the Merritt. Well, anyway, this weekend she's tasting lobster.
On the
Okay,
agenda.
that is on the agenda.
Got it.
The other thing that's on the agenda is we're going to have a blowout seafood dinner tonight in either Kennebunkport, Wells, or Ogunquit.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a couple of restaurants already picked up. A lot of them don't take reservations up there, which is going to be.
Well, I think because it's not an optimal weekend and summer season is over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we might be okay.
We should be
today.
okay. But let's go for an early dinner.
Sure.
And then, for those of you who know about the Ogunquit Playhouse, we're going to be going to, oh boy, we're going to be going to see a show tonight. What is that called? The Carol
King show.
Yeah, but do you remember what it's called? It's got a name.
Oh, is it beautiful?
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
We saw it on Broadway.
Oh, that should be the theme of our whole road trip. Beautiful.
It's a beautiful road
It's a
trip.
beautiful
It's a
road
beautiful
trip.
day for
It's a
road
beautiful
trip.
day for a road trip. And, of course, you're very beautiful.
And you're very beautiful too.
Oh, you didn't even know what to say. You were dumbfounded when I gave you that compliment. You
always say nice
you were
things to
verklempt.
me. Verklempt.
All right, well let's get going with this road trip. All right.
Okay, two hands on your yoke.
Two hands on my yoke.
Fine. Now
All
I
right.
can relax.
Is that a Nissan Pathfinder? May have rolled. Yeah, that thing. Wow, there's debris everywhere. Not good. I hope the person's all right. They've got the Merritt completely shut down here. They've got some kind of a device on a tripod there. I don't know what that is, but wow, bad accident. I hope whoever was in that car is okay. All right, well, that's a reminder to go, always be safe. So I'm at a 58% state of charge. I left Darien with 100% state of charge. And what's interesting is the distance that the car is calculating based on, I don't know what rated range, I guess. It's telling me I've got 224 miles of range left. Now, what's interesting about that is if I look at the trip so far, I've gone 114 miles, which would tell me that if I got 114 plus 224, so what is that, 340? Roughly. The car is estimating a total range of 340 miles. Now, I think that's a little bit high. And the reason why I think do you know why I think that's a little high?
I think you have it set for 19-inch wheels and not what you have on the car.
Whoa! Are you kidding me? You actually listened to me.
Occasionally something seeps through.
So okay. You're getting all.
You asked me a question.
No, I have a follow-on.
Oh, no.
A follow-on question, okay? Because I have the wheels, the software, the car thinks it has 19-inch wheels on it. What do we actually have on the car?
You have 21s.
No.
No, you have 20s.
I have 20s.
You have 20s.
Right. But the interesting thing about this Tesla is it only lets you choose, you either have the 19-inch slipstream wheels or you have the 21-inch, I think the arachnoids or whatever they call them. You can't choose 20. Okay, so I chose 19 because I wanted my indicator to show more miles. So the better way to think about the actual how many miles of range that we will have in this trip is to look at the actual energy consumption that we've used, and we've been going pretty good here, speed wise. And what we've been burning is 332 watt hours per mile. Okay. Now, do you know how to calculate from that approximately what the range would be based on this?
I would just look at your screen and see what it says.
And the screen says 221 miles of range left, but I think that's overstating it. So grab your calculator if you don't mind. Okay. Do you know what size battery pack this car has?
No.
All right. Nor do I.
Then I answered correctly. Stop quizzing me.
I believe this car, I've read reports that it has, I don't know why, but 103.9 kilowatt hours battery pack. But then I've heard, okay, in other sources it has 95 kilowatt hour battery pack. Let's split the difference and say, because Tesla, I don't think Tesla tells you, look at this truck up here, off-road. I think Tesla doesn't actually tell you how big the battery pack is in terms of the max size and then how much is usable, like for you to actually get access to it.
I wonder why they don't tell you that.
I don't know. They don't have to, so they don't. But
do other manufacturers
yeah,
say that?
Yeah. They state how big the battery pack is. They tell you how many cells. They tell you all these different things. To my knowledge, Tesla doesn't tell you that. So the way to think about this is, let's assume we have 100,000 watt hours of energy in the battery pack, 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. All right, so put in 100,000, and now let's divide that by the energy consumption that the car is telling us that we've had since we left the building, which is 331 watt hours per mile.
So I'll divide 331.
Yeah, divide 100,000 by 331. Yeah. And what number does that say?
That gives us 302.
302. Okay, so at these speeds, I would say that is a much better, accurate range. Other than, because if I take what I looked at before, which was going to say 340. Right, and I wonder if we did the same calculation. I'm not going to do it, but if we did the same calculation by changing the software up to 21-inch wheels, I believe you have to be stopped in order to change it, and I don't really want to change the wheel size right now. But I believe that it would be much closer to that 302 range. Now, you know, I ordered these new Martian MW05 wheels, right, from Drew, and there are a lot of factors why I believe our efficiency is going to go up tremendously. The first is
I'm done with my calculator.
You're done with your calculator. Yes, you are. Thank you for your assistance there.
I'm a co-pilot.
You are being a very good co-pilot. I very much appreciate that. So one of the factors that's going to add to our efficiency when we have these new wheels is that this car is set up on T-Sport line wheels and Michelin Pilot Sport. They're the 4 and 4S, I believe, but they're the all-season tires. But we're running on a square stance. Do you know what that means? Okay, that means that all 4 tires are the same exact size. So we're running 285, 35 ratio, and 20-inch wheels. What I'm getting from Drew are actually what's called a staggered setup, which is 285, 40 in the rear, and I'm getting 19-inch wheels. And then in the front, it's going to be 255, 45, 19s. So the wheels in the back will be wider than the wheels in the front.
And what's the logic behind that?
I think well, first of all, that's OEM spec, and I'm going to be running Continental OEM tires on the set of MW05s, which actually have foam on the inside of them for sound deadening. So these are not loud, these wheels and tires, but if you listen to a little bit of the road noise now and get used to that, when we put the new set of MW05s on, you're going to notice that the sound decibels is going to be I think going to be much quieter for 2 reasons. One, I've got less of a width of a tire by 40 millimeters in the front. So I'm going down from 285 to 245, a little bit higher sidewall, I believe, although it's a ratio. The middle number is not an actual, it's not an actual measurement, it's a ratio. But I believe that's one factor, is that we're going to have a little bit skinnier tire up front. The other factor is weight. And where the weight is located, my understanding is that the way these forged wheels that from Martian wheels are built is that a lot of the weight is actually towards, I believe, the center of the hub. So it's not out towards the peripheral of the wheel. So when the car has to actually spin the tire or the wheel, it takes less energy to spin the tire and wheel. And the circumference is probably a little bit smaller with the 19-inch wheels, but since I'm going with a little bit thicker sidewall, I think that it's not as much of a difference as the width, the smaller width, and the lighter weight. So it'll be very interesting to see on a trip like this where we're burning 328, let's say, or 330 watt hours per mile on these 20-inch T Sport lines with the square stance. I'll be really curious to see the difference on the MW05s. So, did you catch all that?
Oh, absolutely.
So we are about 45 miles away from Maine. We're still in Massachusetts, and we'll be crossing through New Hampshire. But what's interesting about New Hampshire is it's just the tiniest little bit of state from Seabrook to Portsmouth. And if you're not careful, you might not realize that you're in that state. So
Well, then I won't blink.
but we're gonna have a lot of clapping, you know.
We always clap in a new state.
Look at this Jeep up here. This thing is sick. He's got some cool trailer, and I like that setup. The trailer looks like it could go off-road.
Definitely
What?
campers.
He's from Maine. What does that say? TAB tab? Boondock Edge? Oh, I like that. Nice rig.
Very cool.
Guy's serious. So anyway, Kathy, I am curious about how you are enjoying the Model S. Are you comfortable? What are your thoughts? Stay over there. Stay over there. An ambulance is coming in.
I saw it, believe me.
You did?
I was right here.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was your side of the car. Here's a nice little tiny tow truck. B&B Towing.
It's ready.
Boy, oh boy. That's what that stands for. All right.
You want me to talk about
Yeah,
the car?
yes.
I'm really acquainted with it
Okay.
today. I think this is, of course, the longest I've spent time in it.
Right.
It's fantastic. It's great. How's that for an answer?
That's great.
It's very comfortable.
Okay.
This roof is insane. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Great visibility. 2 complaints. Want to hear my complaints?
Uh-oh.
Which are minor, but you know.
Yeah. What?
Well, I don't like that I don't have a massaging seat. This is a long trip, and I'm finding I keep squiggling.
Lucid air. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Okay, go ahead.
Remind me never to say anything negative.
Okay.
No, so, I just feel like you don't even have massaging seats on your side. And I think for, a car that's this caliber, I feel like it should have massaging seats.
But you never use the massaging seat in your GB60.
Every morning and every afternoon.
You do.
It's the greatest thing. That along with, because it just started to get a little chilly, that with my heated seat, I have the most delightful commute.
And the heated steering wheel?
I haven't needed that yet.
No?
No.
Okay.
Good. No, my hands have
But
been
don't
fine.
forget you have that.
I would never forget. It's
All right.
one of my requirements.
So,
Well, anyway, these are minor things, but I do feel like a car like this should have massaging seats.
okay.
The other thing, which always has bothered me about Tesla, I really miss that handle up here. That handle.
The old holy
old
smokes.
Holy handle.
Holy moly handle.
So I'm finding
Yeah.
that I just have to reach more forward to
Right.
grab the door handle. I don't know. How hard is it to put a little handle up here?
I got a screw gun in the back here. We'll go to Home Depot. We'll
Mod it.
We'll mod it. We'll put something together for you if you'd like.
No, it's absolutely a fantastic car. The screen is great. Of course, the maps are great.
Yeah.
Beautiful coloring. Little Bailey's not made a peep the whole time.
I know,
So
she's-
we've been in the car 3 hours, I think.
She's a good girl. Well, let's review. We're going to be stopping at the Portland, Maine supercharger. It's only a 150. All
Yeah,
these up here are only 150s.
Sorry, Katie's calling. Can I answer?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well,
We'll bring her on. We'll say hi.
Hi, Lovey. Just FYI, Daddy and I are on our road trip, and he seems to be filming every moment. So
Katie, say hi to everybody.
To the out of spec Dave viewers. Hey.
Katie, how are things in Tampa after the storm? You're obviously, I know you're okay. Did your place even lose power?
No, everything's completely fine. If it hit Tampa like it hit Fort Myers, my apartment would physically not exist anymore.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Well, I'm glad you.
I'm glad we sent you over to the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm glad you left, which was the smart thing to do. All right. Well, listen. I guess we'll stop this clip here. But I just want to remind you, Kathy, today's the day.
Of what?
You're driving.
Oh my gosh, Katie, can you talk some sense into him for me?
Why?
I just want to enjoy my road trip, and he's making me drive a car with half of the steering wheel.
Okay. You don't even have to drive the car, Mom. It drives itself.
There you go.
Connor.
There you go.
All right.
I like that.
I'm
All
going
right.
to call you back, honey.
All right, bye.
Love you, buddy.
This state, the motto's
Over
amazing.
here?
Yeah.
3, 2,
2,
1.
Okay, there we go.
In New Hampshire.
Live free or die.
Exactly.
So that's pretty binary, don't you think? I mean, there's no middle ground there. If
It's black and white.
it's live free
There's that line.
or die, okay? I would say that generally speaking, I am a pretty black and white kind of guy. You know what I mean? Extreme.
Yeah, no gray area.
No gray area. But that seems a little excessive.
Well, I would say that most people are choosing to live free since I see a lot of cars.
There are a lot of alive
I think
people.
we're good.
There are a lot of alive. So we are exactly 64 miles away from Portland, Maine. We just merged onto 95 North now. We're showing a predicted range of
Air Patrol ahead.
Air Patrol ahead, thanks to the Escort Max 360C. So look up.
Oh yeah, I can look up through the glass roof.
We don't want to get spotted by the Air Patrol in New Hampshire. But again, about 105 miles of range away from our destination, or actually left on in the tank. However, I believe that's a little optimistic because of the wheel thing. But we're only 63 miles away from Portland, which is just south of Freeport, because I know that's where you want to go, right? So I think maybe we just motor on up there.
Police reported ahead.
Police reported ahead. Yes, I see the police. Okay, yeah, I do. I see the police.
Oh, I did too.
And that Model S 75D just,
He's not going that fast.
no, we're not going that fast, but I'm going to let
Plus the
somebody.
speed limit up here I think is 65.
It is 65, but look, it's,
There he is.
yeah. Hello there, officer.
Keeping the road safe.
Well, back to our statistics. We are showing a state of charge arrival in Portland of 4%. So that's plenty of buffer.
4%?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you were out of spec mom.
I'm not out of spec, Kyle.
Yeah, but okay, so
4 seems a little tight to me.
it does.
Even though I know it's not, it's
Four
not
is
that
four means we can burn the juice. We can, 4 means keep up with that Audi S6 over there.
Well, does that mean at some point you have to start driving slower to conserve energy,
Well,
or going this
Air Patrol.
Air Patrol again. So what I will do. Oh, by the way, can I say something? This is the most bizarre thing. See this sign, New Hampshire liquor store.
Yes.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with the fact that they have a liquor store right off the highway?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You don't think so?
No, and it's right there. There's an outlet.
I know. I don't know why.
An outlet.
I guess maybe.
Wasn't it because years ago, like, you couldn't get alcohol, like in Vermont, on a Sunday or something?
New Hampshire controls their liquor sales through the state, and
In 1 mile,
what?
use the right 3 lanes to keep right 2 cash
Boy,
tolls.
that. Okay.
Cash tolls? Who does cash tolls?
I don't know who does cash tolls, but we're gonna. that truck back there, I thought that was my car making that noise. I'm glad it was his tire. No, all I'm saying is that it seems a little odd to me that you're selling liquor on a highway. You know, they say don't drink and drive.
Well, it doesn't mean you're gonna drink it.
I know, and I guess all other liquor stores you have to drive to get
You
to
gotta go
as
to
well.
the center of town. You have to go
I know.
somewhere.
It just seems a little odd to me.
Well,
That's all.
It seems perfectly fine to me. I don't have an issue with it. I'm all
okay.
about convenience.
Okay. So, all right. So if that's the case, then I stand.
So they lied. There's easy pass.
Keep right 2 cash tolls.
It doesn't know that I have Easy Pass, I guess is what it is. All right, fair enough. So, welcome to New Hampshire.
Continue straight for 7 minutes to I-95 North, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, main points.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, welcome to New Hampshire. We're going to charge you money. And oh, by the way, if you want to buy some liquor, here you go, right off the exit. So far,
I think it's very welcoming.
I think it's very, it's kind of.
Watch out, object on road ahead.
Watch out, object on road ahead. You know what it is?
The whiskey bottle.
It's a big, that's right. It's a broken whiskey bottle from the guy who bought the liquor back there at the state liquor store. See, you know what?
You were right. You were right.
Thank you.
Terrible location
Thank you.
for a liquor store.
Thank you. Well, here we are in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and I'd actually never driven around Portsmouth before, and it's so beautiful here. We're on a little island where you can launch your kayak and Miss Bailey's having a, where is she? There she is.
She found an old hydrangea.
Is that a hydrangea?
Yeah.
All right, well, so Kat, trip's going all right so far?
Great trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is such a charming little town.
Isn't this beautiful here? Yeah. Love, love, love that boat right. Look at this. These are commercial fishermen. So New England. Look at the name of this boat over here, honey. It's called the Sugar Daddy.
Well, everybody needs one of those.
Oh yeah. Even I'll take a sugar daddy. It's nice, the further north we're going, the less rain it is. It's only about 55 degrees out. And we are now in the month of October. So looking real nice here. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So this is Pierce Island, city of Portsmouth. And there's a place here where you can drive your car up. And nice little parking area here. And if you want to launch your boat, it's 20 bucks. You just got to check in, I guess, over there to the little boat launch house. And that's it. You can bring your trailer here. Very calm and peaceful here. I really like this. This is so, isn't this nice here, honey?
It's very nice.
I really like it. Bailey, do you like this? What do you think, girl?
She just wants to run around.
There she goes. What do you think? The first time the Model S has ever been to New Hampshire?
Yes, it's the first time it's on dirt.
I don't know about that.
Well, with you driving, I don't think
I have to remember where this car grew up. I think it was Ohio. I think it was Ohio.
Her feet are filthy, so you don't have to wipe her off.
Her feet are filthy.
Yeah, look at her. She's
Bailey.
A dirty dog. She's a dirty dog.
Bailey.
Is Bailey a dirty dog?
Oh my goodness.
Bailey's a dirty dog.
Chautauqua River Bridge. And
Oh,
wait,
Maine.
autopilot.
1, 2, 3. Hello, Maine.
I gave it 2 claps. You know why? It's $1 million day. Maine. It's at a Hannaford's grocery store, which is really good. Very clean. I got some sushi. Very fresh. It's actually not bad. But this is a 12 stall installation here in Portland. And the thing was jamming before. And unfortunately, I was only able to put into a shared situation where I was only pulling 72 kilowatts. And that's one of the downfalls of this Tesla network. There's a lot of 150s up here in the North Country that I'm noticing. Not as many V3s as there are down where I live and by the 95 corridor going down to Florida. And of course, all of you know Tesla. You end up sharing one of those. It's 4 splits. So I was pulling 72 over there on, I think it was 1B, and then a bunch of people left, and I moved over here to 4B, and quickly ramped up to 146 kilowatts. Now, when I say quickly ramped up to 146 kilowatts, the car is capable of pulling 250, and you know, it's not that great, really, to be honest. I mean, when you think about it, with EA and my Ioniq 5 or any of the other cars, even on a 150, which is the worst you're going to get there, I was pulling 170, and you never have the situation where you're going to be force split at an EA. So, you know, V3 Tesla, yeah, great. And this car charges great, much better at a V3, and I've tested that. I'm going to be putting up a video about that in a short period of time. But, you know, when you're having a force split on a V2 with Tesla, it's like charging at an urban supercharger, which is only 75 kilowatts. Not great. Anyway, the car's doing great. We're just grabbing a little bite to eat, and then we're heading up to Freeport to check out LLB.
Here on the left.
Wow.
Oh, here it is.
That's not the real one.
This is it. This is it. No, it
on the
isn't.
left.
That's it. We're gonna have to find.
I don't
That's
think
it,
so,
honey.
Dave.
Yeah.
I remember a totally giant parking lot. Oh, there it is. LLB Retail.
Like I said, it's over there. Was that the?
Go around the back. I remember like a big parking lot.
Look at this guy singing like Broadway show tunes on the side of the road there.
This is crazy. Not expected.
Should I go left here?
I think so, yeah.
The odds of us finding parking with this town alive like it is.
Well, there's parking. I'm sure. Yeah, at least
Well,
we would go this way.
I'm gonna go up and check it out and see if we can find a spot. Let's see. Jameson Tavern.
Yeah, this is, I remember, it's big.
Yeah. All right.
So I think if you keep going that way.
Oh, there's parking all the way in the back. All right. Yes,
don't
Bill.
remember being, there's a Tesla charger right here.
Huh.
That's amazing.
I don't think that's. Oh, it is on the map. Okay. Here.
Yeah,
Is that a V3?
but park here now.
They're 150s, but
Yeah,
might
it
as well.
doesn't matter. We're here. Oh, this lady is not watching.
That's okay, honey.
It wouldn't be okay if she hit you,
Okay.
right?
That wouldn't be okay. You're right. You're right. All right. So
Love
let's.
having a Tesla today. This is great.
This guy's like on an angle over here. I don't understand why he's.
Well, can you go to the corner?
Well, I'm not going to charge it
Okay,
full.
here.
All right, here we go. I like your truck.
Nice review.
Wow. just get her one. Oh boy. This is the section for Bailey. Oh yeah. All right. This is the section, Bailey. Oh yeah. So here I am in LL Bean in Freeport, Maine, and interestingly enough, there was a Tesla supercharger out here right in the back of the parking lot that I didn't see. Initially, I didn't see it show up on my maps, but it's definitely there. Anyway, very cool store. I don't know where Kathy is, which could be dangerous, but there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, you want stuff? They have stuff. They got clothing, they got outdoor apparel, they got tents, they got everything you could ever want. And of course, you know, their LLB stores are all over the country, but this is the flagship store. This particular store is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can come here, you know, after a night out, dancing, whatever you're doing, come on over to the LLB store in Freeport, Maine and buy some clothes. What a good time. I like this place. Guys, I found a beautiful jacket for Bailey. Look at this thing. What do you think?
I'm not sure it's Bailey's style.
Uh-oh.
Do they have another color?
They have light blue, and then they have the color, like that color.
Oh,
that
yeah,
gray.
Gray's good.
Yeah?
Go down and get the gray.
All right. All right, so here we are at LL Bean. Beautiful store. Awesome thing. We got a little carried away inside. Did quite a bit of shopping. And now we're at 100%, which isn't a bad thing. I don't like to charge to 100% often, but you know, when retail gets in the way of your charging plans, all you can say is ABC, always be charging, right? So no harm, no harm. Here we are. I love this place. I wonder if this place has lobster.
They better, because there's a big picture of one.
I know, I just took a video. So, cars in dog mode. We're all set. Here we are in Kennebunkport. We're gonna have some dinner. I think we can pick our own lobster here.
Oh, I think you can.
But look at these Adirondack chairs. And look at this place. It's like we're in a log cabin in
Maine.
It's like we're in Maine. I know. I like this. Oh.
Wow, isn't that where they're cooking up the lobster?
Yeah, that's where they boil up the lobsters, right over there. All right, look at this. We've got the lobster pot right over here.
$5 at $7.
We've got the restaurants inside there, but what you can do is, these are all the lobsters down in here. Look at this. That is the way to do it. Oh yeah, loving this. I know that's made in Vermont, right? Mary Meyer? Pretty sure. Are they from Vermont? Made in China. But I think the company's from Vermont. Well, anyway, nice giant sized restaurant here. Look at this, beautiful. All right, so
Quarter to 4 pounds.
quarter to 4 pounds. So can I see what a pound and a halfer would look like?
Should be just about right. It is.
Look at that.
It's about an average size, 1.5 to 2.
What is your recommendation in terms of sweetness? Is there
It has
any?
nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with
Size
it.
has nothing to do with
All right. Well, I think 1.5 pounds will be great.
it. Just the one?
Yeah, just the one.
Okay. One at 1.8. And would you like any steam clamps?
Yeah, half order would be great.
Half clamp.
They told me I had to go outside to pick out my lobster, which I did. And then when the guy actually said, "This is the lobster," then he said, "Do you want clams too?" And I said, "Yes." So I've got steamers.
Aren't you happy?
So happy. Love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like your belly.
Thank you. Oh, man. Best meal ever. Now, you know, there's a technique that one has to do when taking the bib off.
Really?
Yes.
Do demonstrate.
This is what you do. You take this and you go like this. And that's it.
Yeah, except I think you have stuff left behind.
Extra parts. Well, we've made it to the Anchor Inn here in Wells. And it's time for Bailey to get out and go for a little walk. There she is. Oh, yeah. All right, don't let her.
I got her.
No, but there's a truck right there that's about to back up. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of our Maine road trip. Where today, I think Kathy's going to be driving the Model S for the first time. She's been a little reluctant. She's been watching what I've been doing. No big deal. We'll get her out there. But there's this diner here in Wells called the Maine Diner, which is supposed to be amazing. Actually, I remember we went there once and I got a lobster omelet. So I'm thinking about doing that. Last night we went to the Kennebunkport Playhouse and we did see the Carole King show, which was amazing. I have to tell you, that was really incredible talent on display here in Maine, which is not maybe something you would think you would find here, but man, oh man, this was Broadway level. In fact, a lot of the actors and actresses, they actually do they do this, you know, perhaps on the side when they're doing Broadway shows. So really good time here. So let's get into it. Day 2 of our road trip. It's a bit chilly out here this morning.
Grabbing another jacket.
I know. Well, here we are at the Maine Diner. Let's go. All right, so the Maine Diner didn't work out, but the Brood Awakenings here is looking pretty good. This is a cute place here, actually. Looks like a nice day, pretty windy. Cool old Ford pickup. Seen a number of these converted to electric recently as neat projects. This one does not appear to be, but what you do here, it seems like the etiquette is you order over here at the side window and you can go inside and eat in there, or they've got a little barn in the back that you can go with picnic tables. I mean, how cute is this place? Oh, so look at this scone. Oh man, that's beautiful. Let me see the inside of that thing. Oh yeah, that's looking good. All right. So Kathy, one of these things is not like the other. You can see Miss Brood Awakenings on the left is very upset and crying. She's thinking this place is Rude Awakenings, not Brood Awakenings. But the lovely lady on the right there, she's all happy as can be. And you know why?
No, I don't know why.
You know, I can tell you why.
Why don't you tell me?
All right. Well, it's because, which coffee cup is yours?
Well, the one that has all the stains all over it.
Okay.
Because it was filled too high.
Okay, it was filled too high. But I just want to point out that what you'll notice is that you have the little where you take the drink out of lined up with this line. Here, take the cup off. Let me show you. You see that? You had the little spout where the milk, the coffee comes out, aligned over there.
Always put it on that.
No. You gotta always put it opposite that, and that way the coffee cup won't leak.
You mean we've been married 33 years, and today's the day you decide to tell me that?
Well, look, I mean, it's obvious that
but
Miss
why?
Rude Awakenings is she's not happy about this.
I just don't know why you didn't tell me this 33 years ago.
I guess I never-
always put it on the line.
Oh, ice machine.
If anybody's picking up an online order, please come right up to the pickup window and let me know if you're here.
Hey there. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Huh? Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. So here we are at Brood Awakenings. What a great name. And what did I find here? I found a Nissan Leaf in red, just like Kyle, just like the one you got. What year is this one? This is my new friend Alex, who I just met here.
It's 2015.
A 2015, okay. And I was curious about the infrastructure here in Maine with respect to charging. So
Yeah.
what do you typically do?
Well, I'm a Southern Mainer, so I mean I live in Portland, which is like an hour up the highway from like New Hampshire.
Okay.
So there's a fast charger on the highway in like the Kennebunkport rest station.
All right.
So that's really helpful. If I'm going to New Hampshire or to Mass, I'll charge there on my way down or on my way back.
And what kind of range do you have with your car?
So this stock gets like maybe like 70 miles.
70 miles, okay.
I went through a really cool auto repair shop in Massachusetts called Leo and Sons, and they actually take totaled Leafs and they'll take the batteries out and they'll put it in an older Leaf. So
Oh, really?
I actually have a 2018 models.
Oh, so you have an updated battery.
So I actually get...
Still Chatamo though, right? So
Yep.
still Chatamo. And so what do you charge at? Like about 50 kilowatts max?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But for day-to-day charging, Alex, you were telling me earlier, you just basically plug it in at home on a 110,
Yeah,
right?
I have like 130, 135 miles of range, and I commute about 5 miles.
Oh, so this is a good daily driver for you.
I charge once a week, maybe.
Right.
And like I came from Portland to Wells. I'm doing that, in one day, and I'll go down to maybe 60% battery.
Oh, that's nothing. So it's
yeah.
a piece of cake.
Yeah, it's really great.
And have you taken this on a big road trip before?
I've gone to Mass a couple times.
To Mass, that's a
Yeah.
big road trip. Okay, I was thinking maybe Florida,
No,
California. No, all right, I
I'll
get
go to
it.
my brother's in Massachusetts. I'll
right.
charge with the normal outlet overnight, and I'll be up. If I can stay somewhere overnight, that's
All right.
really all.
And Alex, your better half over here, she's supportive of this whole electric vehicle thing?
She's very flexible.
She's very flexible.
She
Okay.
has a normal car, so
She has a normal
That's-
ice car. I got
that's
you. All right, well, listen, you guys enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday. And thank you for being on an episode of Out of Spec Dave. All right?
See ya.
All right, take care now. Bye-bye. All right.
Here I am, driving with half a steering wheel. So
Awesome.
far, so good.
Great.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I just did a little practice with the left and right turning signal, which is on your steering wheel, and I familiarized myself with the horn.
All right.
So if I can remember that in an emergency situation, I think I'll be okay. So this is not as intimidating as I thought it was. This is good. And the heating steering wheel is nice and toasty. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Okay. I might start to relax a little bit.
Yeah. Well, where we're heading.
Oh, who's flashing me? Someone else.
Somebody's flashing and they're saying it's
I know,
okay.
but what's the speed limit?
45,
Okay.
and you're doing 39, so
Okay.
you're fine. Just don't flash them back.
I won't. I know that.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll put on the
Put on the little radar detector.
radar detector to see.
Yeah, but that was very nice. Not that I'm speeding with my steering wheel.
No, you're not.
Hey, this is fine. I don't know why I was such a baby about it.
Well, you haven't turned yet.
Well, that's why.
Don't go 49.
I see ya.
All right. There he is.
Yeah. Tucked away amongst the beautiful foliage.
Yeah. Oh wow, the foliage is pretty around
Yeah,
here.
the way the sun's hitting it today.
Really, really nice. Awesome.
Yeah. So we're heading now over to Kennebunkport, yeah?
Right. Well, let's go see. Well, we're going to go to Kennebunk, but by way of Kennebunkport.
Okay. I see the benefit, one benefit maybe of the yoke is that you don't have to sort of look through the round steering wheel to see.
Right. The visibility is tremendous.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It really is.
Did
So,
you just use the word amazing?
you know why? Because here's what I thought. See how my hands are gripped down here?
Yeah.
I thought you had to hold down below. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is nice.
And you can also put your hands on the inside of the.
No,
just like go out, go.
Like
yeah.
here? Oh, no, that's weird.
No, like this.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, like that.
Like,
it's really comfortable.
Like you're pedaling a bicycle.
Yeah.
No,
that's right.
This is very comfortable. Okay, well, let's see how I do if I have to make a turn, but so far so good.
Yeah.
Want to hear my horn again? I'll just press
No,
it
that's
with my thumb.
right. Speed limit 35.
Slow down.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, drives beautifully.
Bailey's like nesting back
honestly.
there.
And I know why you wanted this, because the other one you had, the screen was vertical, and I can see, I mean, you have so much leg room
So much
down
more.
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a tremendous amount.
I mean, look, that's a first world problem. It wasn't
understand.
terrible,
Having
but
a Tesla is a first world problem, let's be honest. Am I turning? Give me some warning.
yeah, let's turn.
Which way?
Right.
So that means I have to push this button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ease up. And then you don't need to touch the brake. It'll stop.
Oh, right.
And then the H will come up. You see the H?
Yes.
So that means, you know what that is, hold.
Hold.
Okay.
That's a nice big H.
Yeah, and it's much bigger than it was on the older model.
Yeah.
And you can scoot up and
Well,
peek.
can you make a right on red in
Yes,
Maine?
Sure.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, here I go. Oh, look at my hand, how awkward that is. Oh.
Okay. You don't,
Okay, it was awkward.
you
I
just
forgot.
reach over, right?
Well, that was my first turn, and I forgot I didn't have the top.
Yeah,
so-
you know one of the things that I do when
You would probably go under, right? As you get used to
under
the
and
wheel.
flip it over 90-degree turns. It works really well.
No, I can see if you get used to it. That is
Yeah.
exactly what you would. But did you see me just try to
yeah,
turn?
the speed limit here is 25, just so you know.
Thank you.
Okay.
I may always go a little faster than I'm supposed.
Oh, I understand. Look at these homes down in here.
Allegedly, as somebody I know would say.
Allegedly. While we're in Mexico right now. This is beautiful down in here.
Wait, let me find my directional.
Just
I had
slow
to
down.
think about it.
Now turn, go hand
Okay,
over hand.
I just went hand over hand.
You're parking in a
No, I'm
handicap
not.
spot.
I'm over here.
All right.
This is not handicapped.
There you go. Good
No, I
job.
can't really see that well over
Yeah,
how far to go.
You're good.
Am I good? That
You
was
go
my
a little
yoke,
further forward.
right?
No, to the right a little bit more. Yeah, that's good.
I feel like I'm back too far. I'm good?
Yeah. Now hit the P in the top left. You see where it says P on the screen?
Oh, up here?
Yeah. Hit
Yeah,
the
this
P.
is what I find very confusing. Okay,
You-
P?
Now you're in. That's it. And the other thing, you did great. Now the other thing that you also can do is when you take your seatbelt out,
Yes.
it automatically puts it in park. You don't even have to put it in
that's
park.
great. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Next time when we get back in the car, let's go for a walk on the beach.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
Oh,
so
and Bailey, we can take her out.
you know what? I'm looking for my crystal ball in my GV60.
There's
Tell
no
me if I'm off.
I'm
Where's my
sorry.
crystal ball?
I'm sorry. No crystal ball.
Come on, Tesla, I need a crystal ball. Girl, Bailey, good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Wow, what a beautiful day. She's going for the birds? All right. That happens. Well, Kathy didn't make it to Florida, the beach. We had to go north. You got a beach?
And I have my puppy.
Awesome.
one.
Yeah. Look at that, must be where Secret Service is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there are the gates to the compound.
So is the whole thing all of theirs, or are there other houses in there too?
I always
think
was
there are
under the
other houses.
impression that no, they had their own compound. Like
So
that's it.
so that's the whole.
Yeah, and then when, you know, a few people who have said they live across from the bushes, it must be like these houses here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, because did you see the big gate onto that
I
area?
did, yeah.
I think that's why they call it.
And there was a
compound.
gatehouse with cameras and all that, so.
Oh. We are having a great day.
Yeah, I would say. I would say. Look at this in there. Oh, private property, Ocean Sound. You know, when you can't see something, you know it's good. Isn't that true in life?
Well, of course, people like their privacy.
I like to hang out with people. All right, so we're heading back into Kennebunkport now after a little dose of reality. Excuse me. What'd you think? You're just looking at the pictures, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if we got some good pictures. We did.
Yeah. Let's go down this way here. To the left. Oh, ice cream? Is it too early for
Let's
ice cream?
see. Too early.
Too early? According to whom?
Oh, according to my watch.
We're gonna get lobster for lunch somewhere, like at one of those lobster
That's
shanties.
fine. Since everything revolves around a meal with you.
Bailey needs to. What?
Bailey is sound asleep.
Bailey
She's-
Bailey needs to try some lobster. I promised her
You
that.
did?
Yes.
Because you've given it to all our other dogs. Bailey hasn't had it.
Bailey hasn't had
She
lobster
hasn't
yet,
been on a lobster road trip.
and she absolutely needs to have lobster. All right, so this is downtown. This is downtown right here.
Yeah. There's a name of a store, Fat Face.
Oh,
I wonder what they sell.
I don't know, but I don't want to go in there.
Me either. Oh, there's Melissa and Doug. Those are, that's a toy company that started, I think, right in Wilton,
Yeah,
Connecticut.
it's in Wilton.
Yeah, they started there. That's their, let's call it their toy workshop.
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah, it's right by
They have all
the.
those little wooden, those sort of old-fashioned.
What's the diner we used to go to?
Orams.
Orams. Yeah, it's right by Orams Diner. Kennebunk. Okay, so that must be Kennebunkport, and this is Kennebunk. See, if it were a little bit later, we just finished breakfast, I would go here to the Clam Shack. But we'll go down south
Mhm.
and check that out. You know where we need to go is...
No, where do we need to go?
Take it easy.
Well, you're like, you know where you need to go.
Go ahead, sir.
Where?
He just filled up with gas.
What's that?
I don't know. That's an air station.
It's a foreign concept.
It's an air station to me. We need to go check out the Cliff House. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to go there. I think we went there once before, but this time I want to take pictures.
Look at this brew pub over
Yeah,
here.
this looks fantastic.
And the truck out front with the decorations for fall.
Oh, there's the Grand Hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's pretty nice. But compared to the ones down by the water we saw earlier, it's okay. But you're right in town here, which is nice.
Probably very convenient.
Okay, now we're gonna stay on Route 9. Yep. Hi. Is she waving?
No, she's saying they're coming over.
Hi.
She's saying, don't run me over.
Hello.
Kathy, you got a quarter?
That's quarters anymore.
I don't know, does this thing take credit cards?
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay? Easy pass. I like that. Wow, that's a relic. Look at that thing. It actually looks like a person from this side. Wow. What a spot, huh?
Amazing place for a food.
Yeah. See the lighthouses out there. See the two lighthouses, and then that's the Gulf of Maine beyond them. One on one side and one on the other. Well, you don't want to miss those. Not these rocky waters. For those that are boaters, you know. Even for those who are not boaters, you know. Sand is forgiving, somewhat. Granite, not so much. Well, I think we found a good lobster place here for lunch. As nice GV70 there. Chrissy D Lobster. But this place called Warren's over there. Let's go. All right, so now we're happy because just on the border of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, we found it. Warren's Lobster Place. It's time for lunch, and they have a salad bar too.
Well, who cares about that? You wanted lobster.
Yeah, we got to get some for Bailey. She's got to try it out, right? For sure. All right, let's go on in here. Look at this place here. It's jamming too.
All right, come on, hon.
What I have for you. We have some lobster. A little bit of lobster. You want to try this?
Maine lobster.
You like that? I think she likes it.
Wait, let me get in here and show how we cut it up all nice for her.
You like that?
I think she likes it.
So,
Oh, clean up aisle 7?
clean up. Here we go.
Oh boy, she's gonna suck it down like a vacuum.
What a good girl. All right. All right, now we can leave Maine officially. She has had her
There it
lobster.
is. Okay.
It's time to go home. Okay, so just a quick summary on the statistics of this trip. We drove a total of 638 miles, 182 kilowatt hours burned for an average energy consumption of 286 watt hours per mile. So the EPA rated range on this car is 405. I think if you take, let's say we've got a roughly 100 kilowatt hour battery back, we got roughly 330 to 340 miles on every charge, and that's combined with a lot of highway driving and local city driving, and on Route 1 up there it was slow. So overall, great trip. I'm very pleased with the charging, the curves and all that. So, well, Kathy, we're on the final stretch on the way home. It's been really an incredible road trip. Not really the typical out-of-spec road trip where we always charge and, charger hop and have all the strategy around that.
Yeah,
Why?
not this time.
Well, part of it was we didn't go that far away, although we went all the way to Maine from southern Connecticut. But, it's just the quickness with which this car charges combined with the range, it just makes this
you know, it's a car. It's not an electric car, right? We went, we had fun, and boy, did we have a good time.
This was a great
Great weekend.
in a very comfortable car.
And doesn't it feel like we've been away for, I don't know, 3-4 days?
I agree.
You know,
I
like
think we packed a lot in.
we packed a lot in. We went up to LL Bean in Freeport. We went to great dinner last night, Kennebunkport,
Dinner.
with some lobsters, and I know you had some shrimp, and that was really good. And then we saw the Carole King show last night, which
Well done.
oh, so good. I mean,
Yeah.
we listened to the Carole King, the whole Tapestry album,
Yeah, one way home.
and when you understand the story, the songs make so much more sense. And then, you know,
But maybe the highlight was Bailey running on the beach.
oh,
today.
the rocks out, you know, in front of the Bush estate, Bush compound. And then finally, just before we crossed back into New Hampshire, we found that amazing restaurant.
Because you had to get your lobster lunch.
And not only did I have to get my lobster lunch, but I needed to get some lobster for Bailey. And that's why I got 2 lobsters.
Oh, is that why?
Yes. I mean, I only needed one. One was for Bailey. But, you know, so the rest of the trip, a little bit of traffic here and there. But overall, Kathy, what a great time. I say high five to you.
High five.
What a co-pilot you are.
I try.
You did good. Any last thoughts?
Just how much I really appreciate your Tesla. This is beautiful. It's been comfortable, relaxing, tons of room,
Yeah.
great driving.
All right. Wait, Bailey. Miss Bailey wants to say a quick hi here.
You gonna come out, boo-boo?
Bailey. Come on, girl.
Come here.
Come on up. Say hi to
Get
mommy.
out. Are you stuck? Come
She'll
on.
get out.
Here she comes. She's a little stuck. There
She is. All right.
Yeah.
She didn't make a peep the whole way home.
No. Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us on our little adventure up to New England. We hope you enjoyed it. Got to see some nice scenery that maybe you don't often get to see. But we liked bringing you along. So from Out of Spec Mom, I say thanks so much.
Thanks again for watching another episode of Out of Spec Dave, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.